Welcome back to Mystical Heart Tarot readings. This is another missing person case that was brought to my attention. It's a recent case. Xavior Harrelson, as seen through the eyes of a stranger with the help of spirit. I'll give you a little bit of background because I haven't seen much in the way of the news. There's only a handful of videos on YouTube about Xavier. Xavier is 11 years old. He is missing from Montezuma, Iowa, where he lived with his mother, who I did some reading. Read some news articles. His mother is handicapped. She's disabled. I believe she's an amputee and has some other medical conditions. And my understanding is Xavier is the only other person in the household with his mother, and he was helping care for her. Now, I did find out, I don't know where his dad is. I couldn't find any information on the dad. Xavier went missing, and they're not sure about. They're saying May 27th. However, many of the neighbors are claiming they didn't see him that day. Neighbors that would have normally have seen him. And the really strange thing is another lady, one of the neighbors, I believe she has a child, and that her child was friends with Xavier. And when she realized that Xavier was missing, she's the one that called the report into the police, not the mother. The mother has not done any news briefings. No news. She's not been on any news report, news conferences or anything like that, from what I'm understanding. And like I said, he is 11 years old and allegedly went missing on May 27th, 2021. So this is going to be a short video because I don't have many questions yet. I just picked this case up just a few days ago. I just heard about it from a good friend of mine. So I guess we'll start off. Let's go ahead and see what Spirit can help us with. The neighbors reported hearing screaming coming from the home. They live in a trailer park. So, trailers are usually parked rather close together. Close enough you can almost hear your neighbors talk. But they were close enough that they could hear screaming, but they could not tell what they were screaming about. The mother, Xavier's mother, and Xavier were screaming at each other the night before he was reported missing. So the first question I'm going to ask Spirit is, what were they arguing about? And see if I can get anything. Let's see if we can get this question answered. Okay. So we've got 3 major arcana cards on the board. We have the Magician, we have the Empress, and we have the Tower. So we'll start with the Magician first. The Magician represents decisions, ideas, direction, unlimited tools. I don't have my phone. I didn't look to see what. Let me look at see what moon phase we were in on that day. Since we got the Magician up here, I want to check to see what moon phase we had on that day. So we're talking about we had a full moon on May 26th. The moon was full. So, according to my phone, I just researched it. The moon was full on that night. The night before he went missing. The night that him and his mother were arguing was a full moon. And the full moon can cause issues. For those that are not aware. But the Magician himself represents decisions, ideas, unlimited tools, access to tools, and we're under a full moon. Now we have the 9 of Swords. Swords being the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and Xavier is Gemini. He was born under the sign of Gemini. I did forget to say that at the beginning. So, we have the 9 of Swords. Somebody is receiving messages in dreams, either from ancestors, spirit guides, or God source. It could have been Xavier receiving these messages. If you remember, if you watched any of my other videos, you'll know that when it shows a female, does not necessarily mean it's a female. It could be a male with feminine traits. And the same applies to, like, the Magician. He's a male. He's presenting as a male in the card. It could be a man, or it could be a female with masculine traits. So keep that in mind. So when we look at this 9 of Swords, somebody is sleeping and receiving messages in their dreams from possibly an ancestor. Excuse my dogs. Possibly an ancestor. Possibly spirit guides or God source. And then we have the Empress. Could represent Mother. Typically, I look at the Empress as being the Blessed Mother, or, in other words, Mother Earth. And when I say Mother Earth, I say Mother Earth because there's animals all around the Empress. Rabbit, butterfly, deer, frog or a toad, bird. I'm sure there's probably other animals there that I'm not seeing. And then we have tower. So this tower to me represents what the neighbors were hearing, the screaming. The screaming is the lightning bolt hitting the top of that tower and bringing it crashing down. Causing a change to happen. A sudden change. So let's clarify these cards. This is the Tarot Royale deck. This is the vice versa deck. That I'm clarifying with. Okay, we're going to clarify this Magician. And that Magician is being clarified by the King of Cups. The King of Cups in reverse. Conflict, broken trust. Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cups also refer to our emotions and our relationships. The King looks like he's looking to the future in this picture, in this card. He feels trust has been broken. And we know there was a conflict. That was reported by numerous neighbors, that there was a conflict. So was there a decision that had to be made here? So let's clarify the Nine of Swords. Okay, the Nine of Swords is being clarified by the Three of Pentacles. So, Pentacles being Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. 3 representing teamwork. Pentacles representing the material world, such as job, money, prosperity, things we value, like our home. So, the messages coming in the form of dreams could have been about something related to the materialistic world. Maybe there was something that Xavier wanted but Mom couldn't afford to buy. I don't know. I wasn't there. So let us clarify the Empress. The Empress is being clarified by the King of Swords in the upright position. The King of Swords is wise, experienced, and takes control when it comes to thoughts and communication. Swords being Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So we know if the Empress were to represent his mother, and this King of Swords represented him, we know they had a conflict. That we already know. And it's here. This conflict created a sudden change. So let me clarify the Tower. Messages. 8 of Wands. Wands being Aries, Leo, Sag. Excuse me. Messages being sent from the universe. And we had messages here. Sorry, it's hailing. So the question I asked was, what was the fight about that was so bad that neighbors could hear it? I think the answer lies here. I think there was something that Xavier wanted, but Mom couldn't afford. That's what I think. And possibly resentment of having to take care of his mother and her not being able to provide him with something that he wanted. Wanted so bad that he was dreaming about it. I don't know, it's possible. that's one possibility. I don't know. It's none of the neighbors could hear what was being said during the argument, so they cannot say with certainty what they were arguing about, other than they were arguing for approximately 20 minutes. The evening before, he was reported missing. So we kind of maybe answered what that argument was about, which would be a typical argument in just about any family. When a child wants something, you know, especially one that's being a caretaker, being the sole caretaker is a huge responsibility, especially for a child that young. And I'm not blaming the mom. I'm just saying that, you know, that's a huge responsibility. And maybe he wanted something and she just couldn't provide it for him. And that's why they argued. I'm going to ask the cards one more question. As I said, I just picked this case up, so I am limited on information for now. But if I get more questions, then I can do another update. I want to get his name out there. I mean, he's been missing since May the 27th, and I just heard about him being missing 2 days ago. This is becoming a problem in this country. Okay, I'm going to ask and see if Spirit will tell me where he is currently. Where is Xavier at currently? I'm just going to go with these two cards. I was feeling some reluctance, but I finally got these two cards to come to me. So I'm going to stop there. And the first one we're going to look at is the Knight of Wands. That's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. And the Knight is taking action by moving away from the explosion. The explosion being possibly the argument. This Knight is walking away. And then we have, excuse me, the King of Pentacles. He's reversed. So there we have conflict, which we already knew. In reverse conflict, we have conflict here in the background. But I don't see this being Xavier because this is a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag. Conflict As I said, I believe the conflict was over something materialistic. I feel like it's over something that he wanted, and his mother most likely was not able to provide for him. I could be wrong. Because only him and his mother know what they argued about. So we'll clarify the Knight of Wands. And we get the Nine of Wands in reverse. So I feel like the eruption or the argument was because something didn't get completed. There was something that wasn't finished. And let's clarify the King of Pentacles. And we get more pentacles. It was, I feel like this was an argument that surrounded possibly money. And the Five is also a conflict. So we've got a lot of conflict here on the board. But we already knew this. This is not something we didn't already know. This does not answer my question. My question was, where is he now? And these cards are not answering that. If we look at these two cards, separate from these, I don't know the area he's from. Not familiar with it one little bit. Never been there, never even been through the state. I couldn't even tell you which direction the state is from where I'm located at. It's either east or west, that's all I'm going to say. But I don't know anything about the location where he's from. So, we have a cave in this picture. And I don't know if there's any caves in that area, and if they've been looked at. Possibly a volcano? I don't know. I don't think there's a, I don't believe there's any in Iowa, but I can't say that for sure, I don't know. But at least mountains, maybe? This is a mountainous area here, with a potential for a volcano in the back. Potential. But we also have a cave here. Looking at this card would be more like, it's like this person is sitting outside of a bank. which is why I suspect money was involved in the argument. I don't have any more questions at this time that I can think of off the top of my head. If anybody out there sees this video and can think of a question to ask, please leave it down below in the comment section. And if I can gather up enough questions, I will do an updated video with those questions. If you enjoyed my video, please hit the thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so and hit the notification bell, because I put videos out daily at the very least. And I put videos out when I get enough questions to do updates on these missing cases, because I have other missing cases that I'm following. Some current, some old, colder cases. But if anybody can think of any questions or have any ideas or have any information that they'd like me to ask a question about, leave it down below in the comment section. Or if you send me an email, my email's under the About section. Leave me a comment and let me know that you sent me an email so that I can check my email, because I don't check it regularly. I check it, but just not as often as I probably should. And like I said, this is a new case for me, so I just wanted to get a video out, get his name out there, because I just heard about this like within the past couple of days. I've just heard about him being missing. And he's been missing since around May 27th of this year. So that's too long. That's way too long. I do believe Iowa DCI is involved in his case, and I want to say maybe the FBI might be involved. I think, but I'm not positive on the FBI. I know DCI, Iowa DCI is involved. So, if you have any questions, like I said, leave them in the comment section, and I will put another update together, a video. If you have a missing case that you would like for me to read on, put it in the comment section, and I will research the case and do a video on it. I want to thank all my subscribers and all my viewers. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I send much love out to everybody. And let us all pray that Xavior Harrelson is found safely. So let's all say prayers for Xavier Harrelson and his parents. As always, I'll see you back here the next time. Have a wonderful day.